Welcome to Scope's first ever podcast. Standing Conference of Public Enterprises Scope, the apex organization of public sector enterprises in India, has always believed in navigating through mediums that not only highlight the unique initiatives and efforts of PSCs in India, but also work towards their capacity building. Coming to you all through the audio medium for the very first time, in our first episode, Scope brings to you key takeaways from Scope's webinar on Happiness and Harmony, Road to Engagement and Creativity with Brahma Kumari's Sister Shivani, one of the most sought-after spiritual speakers in the world, where she not only guided us, but encouraged us to find true happiness amidst all the chaos. I now request Mr. Atul Sopti, Director General Scope, to please say a few words.
A warm welcome to our listeners. As you may be aware, that 23rd July is celebrated as the National Broadcasting Day, when the Indian Broadcasting Company organized the country's first radio broadcast in the year 1957. Marking this iconic day, Scope is taking a unique step to reach out to all of you. Because at Scope, we believe, whatever the circumstances, the conversation must never stop. In the past year has been about massive transformations at workplaces. It has also been an opportunity to learn, experiment, and reinvent ourselves. As this is one step in that direction, I seek your support and encouragement in our novice attempt. I look forward to your response and welcome you to Scope's first ever podcast. Happy listening.
Thank you, sir. Let us now listen to Sister BK Shivani's words on finding true happiness.
Om Shanti. There are two worlds. One is the outside world and one is the inside world. What is the inside world? Our thoughts, our feelings, our intentions. And those are the ones which then come out in our words and our behaviors. So energy, vibrations, which is not visible, is the inner world. Our thoughts, feelings, memories, intentions, inner world. Outer world, health of my physical body, my relationships, my work, the world. This is my outer world. So everything outside of this is the outer world. And everything this is here which is not visible is the inner world. So we thought that the outer world needs to be perfect for the inner world to be happy. And so I thought that if my body is healthy, then I will be happy. If my relationships are beautiful, then I will be happy. If my work is going great, then I will be happy. If the weather is beautiful, then I will be happy. If the world is perfect, then definitely I'm happy. So I needed all these things outside for me to be happy. So the equation meant the outer world creates the inner world. And this is an equation by which we have been living our life. We are working very hard on the outer world. I don't think there's ever been an era before that we were taking so much care of our physical health. Eat this, don't eat this, drink this, don't eat, drink this, exercise. We're taking good care of our physical health. We are taking a lot of care of our relationships, how to speak, what to speak, how to behave, what to do for people, what to gift them. We work very hard. We're putting in a lot of effort into our relationships. We are doing a lot of effort at work. Let's go rewind to 30, 40, 50 years back. Nobody was so busy like we are today. People had a lot of time. People's jobs were secure. People came home by 5, 6 in the evening. They had all the time to themselves and their family. Today, all the time is spent at work. So we are working harder than what we were working before. So if I am investing more time and energy in taking care of my body, in taking care of my relationships, in taking care of my work, and in taking care of the world, then the automatic result should be I should be happy. And yet, most of us are living our lives saying stress is normal, anger is normal, anxiety is normal, fear is normal. And while we were living our life like that, there came COVID, an absolute imperfect situation. And then came lockdown, another imperfect situation. And then there were some ups and downs in the business and industry, another imperfect situation. And when there were three imperfect situations, how could I be happy? So we said fear and anxiety is normal. And together the world said fear and anxiety is normal. And that increased the emotional health issues, and that also increased the mental health issues, and that also increased relationship conflicts. Everybody said it's all because of COVID. COVID was only a physical health issue. That can't have an effect on our emotional health, mental health, relationships. But because we created fear and anxiety, we had effects on all of those. So today is the time to pause and to check that if I'm working so hard on every aspect of my life, why am I not happy? So even if we were working so hard for our family, where's the result? The result is only one. We've become richer, we've become very comfortable physically in the outer world. Why? Because we worked hard on the outer world. We got results in the outer world. So 30 years back, 40 years back, most of the things that we're using today were not there. They were not there. They are an invention of this generation. Because we worked very, very hard, we got the result. But let's remember, wherever we work hard, we will get the result. So suppose this is your house and you have two gardens, one in the front and one at the back. And you work extremely hard in the garden which is in the front. You will have a beautiful garden in the front. There's no doubt about it, because we worked hard. So wherever attention goes, energy flows, results are created, we will have a beautiful garden in the front. But suppose we did not go to the garden at the back. We said, I don't have time to go to the garden at the back. In fact, we believed that if the garden in the front is beautiful, the garden at the back will automatically become beautiful. The garden at the back has started growing weeds. It is not being taken care of. Visualize, how will the garden at the back look where I have not gone for the last many years to water it? And how's the garden in the front look where I spent 20 hours of my day working really hard? This is a beautiful garden in the front, and this is a very, very neglected garden. Only because I did not go and pay attention there. Now, which are these two gardens? This garden in the front is our outer world. We worked very hard. We got beautiful results. We've created so much magic in the outer world. The garden at the back is here. The state of my mind. How much time do I spend on a daily basis to take care of my mind, not to take care of my body? Because when we say take care of yourself, we say, yes, I do take care of myself. But myself only meant body. So it's very important to take care of the body. But how much time do we spend on a daily basis to take care of the mind? We need to ask ourselves. So let's take the fundamental equation. Does the outer world create my inner world? Or is it my inner world that creates the outer world? Because if the equation goes wrong, everything will go wrong. Does the outer world create the inner world, or does the inner world create the outer world? How to check? If I am healthy, which means if the body is healthy, then I will be happy, or if I'm happy, then the body will be healthy. Please write the answer for yourself. Happiness is not about our physical comforts. Happiness is about our emotional strength. And I think as a country, we are a very, very rich country inside, in terms of our power to adjust, in terms of our power to tolerate, in terms of our power to accept, in terms of our power to let go, in terms of caring and sharing for people, in terms of being there even for a stranger. We are a very rich country, very, very rich country inside. It's just that for the last few years, we have just stopped looking and taking care of ourselves. We just so much focused on doing everything outside that this garden at the back started getting neglected. We are a country who can teach the world happiness, because that's what the world is looking at us for. The world is looking at us for spirituality, for those sanskars, how to create them. The world is looking at us for yoga. Why? Because these are the parameters which can create well-being. And the world is looking at us for it. Why? Because we are a very ancient civilization who is very rich in our culture and traditions. But if I stop using and remembering my cultural traditions, and if I don't take care of them on the daily basis, then that's an aspect of my life that starts getting ignored. So let's look at some very basic things which were a part of our life. We are not going to do anything new today. Very, very basic things which were a part of my life, but somewhere I said I was so busy that I stopped doing them. Because I stopped doing them, that garden at the back is getting affected. If I start doing them from today, that garden at the back is going to be very, very beautiful. Very, very beautiful here. Every thought we create first affects our emotional and mental health. So any day when you're not feeling nice and you say, I'm feeling very low today, I'm not feeling good today, I'm feeling very disturbed today, we just have to check, what was I thinking? Because it is the thoughts which is going to create the feeling. So my every thought is responsible for my emotional and mental health. My every thought radiates to my body. That energy, that vibration reaches to every cell of my body, and it influences my physical health. And that's why healthcare is saying most of the diseases are lifestyle diseases. They are psychosomatic diseases. That's why people who are eating right, exercising right, everything is perfect, and they are saying, "Phir ye kyun ho gaya? How did I get this ailment? How did I get a heart attack? How do I have high blood pressure? I eat healthy, I exercise, I sleep well. What happened?" Because there's one more parameter of lifestyle, and that is here. The way I think, the way I feel, the way I speak, the way I behave, the way I work. That's lifestyle. So if that parameter is not taken care of, then I'm not completely taking care of my lifestyle. So every thought I create radiates to every cell of the body, affects my physical health. Every thought we create about people radiates to people. So just create a thought about somebody right now. You can do it right now. Think about someone and create a thought about them. So and so is like this. Good or bad, it's your choice what you want to think. It doesn't depend on the person, it depends on how I want to think about them. But just be assured, whatever you have just created has reached that person, because it's a vibration, it's an energy. It's not going to get blocked inside. Energy is going to radiate always. So our thoughts are radiating to people. We take a lot of care of how we speak, how we behave, but we don't take care of how we think. We are judgmental about people, we're critical about people, we're thinking negative for people, we're getting hurt, we're having a lot of expectations, we're holding on to the past, we're not being able to forgive people, and most important, we are blaming people for how we are feeling. So relationships have become very fragile. That strong foundation, that unshakable foundation of relationships, that's no more there, because we are not taking care here. So our every thought is creating our relationships, and our every thought is what is creating our work, and our every thought is radiating to the environment. So when we say pollution is not just the outer pollution. There is a lot of pollution only because of who we are inside. So the person who we are here is actually who's responsible for my mental health, for my physical health, for my relationships, for my work, and for my world, for the environment. So if I want to change all these, it's very simple. I just need to change the way I think.
What inspiring words from Sister Shivani, who teaches us to find true happiness first within ourselves. We will be back with a new episode. Till then, we request you to please like and subscribe Scope's YouTube and Twitter channels, as your encouragement means a lot to us. Thank you and stay tuned.